Hi guys, it's me, Joseph Lucian again, and for this video that I will be dedicating to Asian History Month in May of 2026, I feel a little bit simple and clean. Yes, indeed, I will be talking about the theme song for the legendary game franchise, the first one at least, of Kingdom Hearts, because that's it. That's an awesome franchise. It's pretty much a mashup of Disney movie characters combined with Final Fantasy characters, as well as a few characters that look like Final Fantasy but are in fact the original characters like Sora, Kyrie, etc., and Riku, and so on and so forth. But this is before Kingdom Hearts split into like multiple games, like it was Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts Radical Square Root 2, and all that. So yeah, so this is the first song, the first theme song to the first game. And let me tell you, it was really awesome. It was very good. Now, I will be talking about the main theme song in English, as well as the Japanese version, which I can't translate it, so I'm gonna have to just make educated guesses on it. I'm gonna guess that's pretty much accurate, because the thing of this little masterpiece was now, excuse me if I butcher the name of this woman, but she's a very famous Japanese singer and probably an actress too. Utada Hikaru, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Utada Hikaru. Yeah. Anyway, she does both the Japanese and the English version. Now, I gotta say, first of all, with the Japanese version, like, he look at freight train in the beginning with lyrics, and it's more soulful, more baleful, more like a love song to somebody. And it's heavier on the guitar and instrumentation, and I don't know if it's because of the Japanese language, but it sounds like it's more it's softer than the English version. I don't know why, but it sounds very young. Some of the lyrics sound almost sensual in some of the sound that she makes, which is like really good. I also like the way she reverberates and echoes some of her lyrics, and it's actually pretty nice. It's actually pretty sweet sounding. And then you get the English version, which requires a little bit of build up from the actual video that goes with it, from the actual game. And I gotta say that I recorded a little bit of it when I was recording my PS2 games, and I recorded that part of the game, the opening sequence, when they have the simple and clean, and that was the only part of the game that was like copyrighted. to the point that I couldn't make money off of it if I was traumatized with the system. So that's that. Anyway, I like this song because it's very emotional, very sad, and it takes the extreme could make reference to the fact that when we as humans die, like a big gulf between the living world and the other world, the dead world of our ancestors, our parents, and so on and so forth. Yes, I will refer to some of the scenes from the opening, and I think when I saw the actual lyric version of that, I believe it was the ending from the ending of the thing, because it was more of it hit harder on some of the notes. Most notably when Sora and Kyrie are separated by that big expanding gulf and the worlds are repairing themselves, which, yeah, I have to ask the question, if they were so close in the beginning when the rift began to happen, why couldn't Sora just jump over? It only was like maybe a half foot that he could have jumped over it or stepped over it. So why not? I know why they want to make sequels to the game, because it was a massive hit, and because it was a weird concept that they had to expand upon for other Disney World and Final Fantasy characters and all that. So that's why they wanted to do it, because of money. There'd be a lot of money on the game, and that franchise. And I want to give a special thank you for the guy who thought that went up. That was one of those drunken mistakes that you gotta just wonder how in the hell could anyone think of this stuff sober? You know, it's like, hey, I wanna put Disney characters and combine them with fantasy characters, and that make a boatload of money for us. And that's the legendary JRPG was born, which, if you ask me, that was the most popular Japanese RPG game outside of Pokemon that ever originated from the Legend of the Rising Sun. But anyway, the lyrics. Let me see here. It involved the relationship between the girl that's singing it and some other guy that we don't know about. And it talked about meeting your father, and there's also a passing reference to Walk on Water. And it's kind of nice because well, obviously there's one guy that could walk on water successfully, and that'd be Jesus Christ. But I don't believe that they were talking about the Son of God in this. I think they were just talking about the miracle of a relationship that you're willing to try anything to be with the other person. Let's see here now. There's also a part where Kyrie goes throughout I forgot what they called the island in the beginning of the game, where they have like that big creepy shadow type creature in there, and then they say that things aren't always that simple, meaning that when you grow up, things get a lot more complicated and dirty. So like you gotta pay bills, you gotta deal with taxes, you gotta deal with politics, etc., etc. Romance isn't so much. I love you, let's be together. more like I got a job, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta pay bills. It can't be eat 24 hours a day, that type of thing. But I remember that there was a part in the cinematic of the game where they said something all that simple. Like, love is can be a very simple thing. Like, I love you. I want to be with you forever and ever and ever. And I'll do anything in my power to do that. I'll protect you. Which is actually pretty nice sentiment. Let's see here. It's got more of an emotional kick to it. More emotional kick to it. For example, whenever they say, whenever it's like, whenever that weird, it feels like a magic wand or something. Whenever they, like, bam, and then they do simple and clean, lyrics simple, clean, I can feel it run down my spine, you know. Nice chill run down my spine. Those are pretty comforting, and it's pretty saddening too, especially with what you consider in the game. Let's see. I also like the lyrics about the future. That the future doesn't scare me at all, and that we should be together regardless of what the future holds. I'll always be there for you. I'll always be there to protect you. I'll always be there to support you. And that's very touching. See, and then they got, of course, they got the power of friendship. Like any shoujo animation in which they show, the power of friendship conquers all love, all Xenoids, or Bozane, or darkness, or heartless and unhappiness. Let's see, what else are there? Yeah, I might do an in-depth video in which I do like a lyric video for all the other games, for all the other lyrics of the song, and for right now I'm just doing like a cursory thing. Miss Hikaru's song, and this pretty much cemented me into listen to her music. A lot of all the music from Devil Inside to a lot of I can't think of it off the top of my head now. Let's see, yeah. It shows the difference between pure love, like simple love, whenever you're young and you're like, I love you, let's be together forever. And then when they get older, then it changes to being more of a sanctuary, if you will, of love and respect. And this song is it's oozing with love, kindness, and gentleness. And I love this song. Very good song to go with the Final Fantasy Disney mix of stuff. I also like when she says, hold me. And, like, hold me as it's like, be friends with me, hold me for support. Troubling time, whether it be a separation from a family member or the death of a loved one or something or other. It's always good to have friends and loved ones who will bounce back from something like that. Let's see. And that whenever they can play that whenever someone meets the parents of somebody in love, that usually it's like a bigger step than say just meeting your friends, because the parents are more honorable and more just stricter, that more they know you better than anybody else. That it's like a more respectful step in the right direction, that type of thing. Let's see, yeah, I like the way she also implied the daily things that keep us all busy. You know, I mean, that there are minor little things that everyone does every day that that people really pay attention to until they don't really do them anymore because the other person isn't around or whatever. Or it could also imply that whenever you're in like a big city, they never enjoy the city or the events going on they're in until somebody else comes in and says, hey, why don't we do this fair? Why don't we do that event or something? Why don't we go on the subway or whatever? So, yeah. And that you have to keep. What I gather is that everyday activities are always more fun with somebody that you love, and that when they disappear, it really hurts. It really does take your emotional state. Let's see, and that's where they come up with that. Sometimes it's really that simple, like when Sora gave Kyrie that star fruit. It was literally a star. And let's see, they tied that in very well with the game, with the cinematic of the game, both motion animation as well as the still frame animation. So yeah, I think that this song is very emotional. It's very good. It can't only purpose for like sad events and longing for somebody to be a partner or someone that just passed away, or perhaps a favorite pet of yours. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Same with the Japanese. The Japanese has more of a soulful, softer type sound to it, and the English version more poppy, more up tempo. And it's more, it's much more simple too, if you will. Although I'm an English speaker, so that makes sense. But you know, if you're Japanese, or I'd like to know how you would respond to this song. I'll ask my friend that doesn't know Japanese pretty well. See what he has to say. Anyway, I thank you for watching my video on the Japanese and the English version of Simple Clean by Miss Utada Hikaru. Yeah, I may have mispronounced the name because I'm a stupid American, and the Hikaru might have been her first name, and Utada might have been her last name. So sorry for that. Anyway, I did this for Asian History Month in May of 2026 for obvious reasons. This is made in Japanese for a Japanese RPG game, of which to combine Final Fantasy characters, which is a Japanese-oriented RPG game, and you get Disney characters, which is an American monstrosity. So yeah, it's fun by a Japanese singer. And let's see here, I give this song both the Japanese and the English version my happy piece silver puzzle, because it's very emotional and very sad and multi-purpose. Like you can really feel lost with some of the lyrics. And if you like me here in one of my channel, you can always like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to contact me for future information, may call me or texting me at 631-707-3707. Or if you want, you can get me on my YouTube channel, my Twitter, like, you can follow me on Twitter or actively prefer at PNelsonPro. Also, you can reach me by my email at jj@viewingchannel@gmail.com. So, I sleep Miss Hikaru or Utada, and over J-pop music, and anyone that likes games. I always see people at cons dressed like Sora, Child, and or Goofy. So yay for that. And peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see all you girls and guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Sayonara.